Um, and then we kind of just we're skipping that part. Enoch has spent that entire day working
I
on
think it was
arts and crafts.
night. I think we got back at night.
Spent the whole day fucking hunting.
Yeah, I mean, there was like hours of travel. You had your encounter, hours of travel back. We'll say you made it back by like early evening, late afternoon. Like
4:30.
I was thinking more like 6, but yeah.
7:30.
That's evening.
He said early evening.
Late afternoon. 4:30.
Okay, I'll roll the dice for who gets their items then. I'll just get one done.
So,
Item.
so what are you? So I'll say this.
A lot.
Okay, and I assume
Right.
you don't. Do you not want to spill the beans right here at the table?
Not exactly, but like if
I don't even
Okay,
know.
let's do this. With the time you had left, what? Actually, I know what toolkit you'll be using.
Wow.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with proficiency. There will be a rolling set of successes, with the minimum being 13, maximum being 25.
Dude, let me see that purple. Jessica, your nails. Let me see it.
What are you talking
Ooh,
about?
is that like
I
a
like it.
mauve? Is that like a
Yeah.
mauve?
Stony, kind of grayish, brownish purple.
Pierce?
16.
Okay. So I'll give you 2 completions.
Okay. And is it possible for me to get the kits? I will pay for them, so I can do this later.
I'll say while you're in Conscriptus, that sort of thing is something you could just ask and it will be done. So without any cost, go ahead and add whatever toolkits you'd like to your inventory.
Okay, cool.
Are we still on vacation?
You have not been assigned a task as of yet.
Sounds like a yes. Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I went with like a slut red. Hard to see because my lights are blue. Just looks black.
You talking about your nails?
Yeah,
Let me
they
see.
just look. Well, it's my lights are blue, so it's hard to see. Hold on.
Are
maybe
those your real nails?
They got
They put some on it?
yeah, they're kind of my real nails.
Okay, like a gel or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's not helpful.
Oh, it is.
Is there anything else that you guys are doing as the early morning?
Yeah, I want to get breakfast, but I don't know what's on the menu.
So as you are led out to the breakfast hall, or as to the dining hall, there is a. We'll say, Charles, you're the first one there.
I love it.
You see the maitre d' that looks very pleased to be there, who will walk over to you and hand you a like pretty large looking menu that in like medium sized text, there's just like 3 little blurbs of text.
Mhm.
Your options are the Dawn Fire Benedict, which is described as a reimagination of a peasant's egg dish in which there are poached dragon eggs that have been infused with paprika vapor. There is what is being called the fruit paragon, which is a composition of assorted fruits from multiple different exotic locations and plains. And then what is being called the sunrise skillet, which is a savory breakfast, including some slow braised short ribs with a velvet ragu and potatoes, and also again featuring soft scrambled dragon eggs.
Dude, skillet me up.
Okay.
I would love to. I'd love to have a skillet.
You just have
Okay.
a local breakfast joints menu open. How do you come up with these?
Yeah.
I
He's been waiting for
pretty
months
much
to
just
use
look.
this.
Yeah, pretty much look. I still have my old campaigns access to Borton Remley's menus. So
You say it
um,
like you made multiple menus for Gordon Ramsay
Well, he
on
did.
your
There
own
was a
time.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu, and I think a dessert menu.
yeah. So at any rate, you are brought out this silver platter, and as it's raised, it's served on this sizzling hot, like black onyx, just like cut of stone. And with that, your maitre d' just says, "I'd ask that you be careful, because the stone is quite hot to the touch."
Thanks for the heads up. You got any fresh juice?
Yes, that can certainly be made to order. Would you like something specific, or would you like them to just create?
Something citrusy and in season?
Very well. He leaves and he brings you back like a tiny martini glass with this like hot pink kind of nectary liquid.
Love it. I'll take a sip.
It's got the slightest hint of citrus, but it's actually more of almost like it tastes like a very rich nectar. You have no idea what type of fruit this is, but it is extremely exotic. It's almost got like a similar taste to guava,
Okay.
like
I
something
get
that
on
you
board.
definitely never tasted. It might be a little bit thick for your liking because it seems like they just literally pureed some kind of exotic fruit. But yeah, it's very good.
Cool. I will consume all of
Okay.
those which I was served.
Okay. Yeah. You enjoy your breakfast. Moving on. Is anyone else doing anything particularly this fine morning?
I'll join.
I'll join as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our group beginning uh, to gather for breakfast. As you see, Charles like halfway through a hearty breakfast himself. You guys are once again met by the maitre d', who says, just hands you the same menu, and you can order whatever it is you like.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning, Charles.
Masterman's gonna look over and see what Charles is eating. And look at the menu.
It's pretty good. Number 3.
Can I order number 1 and number 2?
But of course.
Thank you. Sits down. Morning.
In a very suspiciously short amount of time, breakfast is almost immediately brought out to you, Mazarin. It's what looks like the cracked shell of a dragon egg with like the eggs Benedict kind of laid out inside. And
That's
you're given
cool.
also a like kind of very beautiful like 3 or 4 martini glasses with a variety of like minced fruits that have been almost like sculpted where they clearly wasted a lot of the fruit doing this, but like they've been cut in a way where like they're almost in like little like spiral, almost look like dog treats, but just like this pink like and like purple and red, like just this kaleidoscope of colors where you can't even identify what the fruit was because it's been minced so specifically.
Mazarin's going to begin working her way through the journey of fruits.
Yeah. Very continental breakfast type way, I imagine.
Music.
With that, as your group is beginning to gather, you hear some footsteps approaching, And you see the familiar face of Miriam, who walks over to your group and just says, "Oh, good. Most of you are here. I have some news for you all." And she looks at you, Mazarin, and says, "It looks like you have been doled out your first assignment. And I wanted to tell you this myself. I am being reassigned. There is some business within the Divinorum that has unexpectedly required my attention, and with that, you are being assigned a new handler."
But we like you.
She looks at you and says, "That's very appreciated. She has come at my personal recommendation, so you have my assurance that you are in the best of hands." She looks back at you, Mazarin, and says, "I wish you and the rest of your group good luck moving forward, and I look forward to hearing of your continued success." And she kind of briefly looks at you all and just kind of nods her head. And she says, "And I took the liberty of writing your last briefing. Ainsley will give you the details on the train, but I figured this might help during this brief transitional period." She sets it down in front of Mazarin and turns around and walks away.
Oh, wait, is Mazarin the new handler?
No, she said
Oh.
she said Ainsley. Mazarin just accepts the directives and says thank you, kind of confused, and that in my head I'm like, well, that was kind of weird and abrupt. I'm gonna read the room. Does anyone else think that was weird? Does anyone else know what's going on?
I kind of thought Luminara was the de facto leader while we were here, but apparently she didn't want to talk to her.
She didn't want to talk to her?
She didn't say anything to her. Or me.
Oh.
But she doesn't really like me that much. Seeing as
Well, I don't think she gave me these because... Well, let me just read it. I'm going to open it up and read it. Why'd she give this to me? I'm assuming it has...
This is... No, this is kind of like a thing for your whole group. She just like was... It seems like she was giving it to the group, and she was standing in front of you, so she just handed it to you.
Oh, okay.
This is... I mean, you've read Marion's briefings before. It's pretty to the point. Kind of thumbing through this thing, you can see this is a she lists it as like a retrieval mission. There is a professor that is located in the Aether Forge within Valen's University of Arcane Advancement, who is suspected of harboring information and or communications related to insurrectionist activity. And these communications are to be intercepted. The object in question is a briefcase that is within a safe deposit box that is somewhere within his office. There's information about Aetherforge, the city. There's information about Professor Alderdice. And there's very, very, very specific timing requirements for this, indicating like exactly when you are to be in the office, because Professor Alderdice is very much a creature of habit and is known to have a pint after his last lecture. So just after 5 o'clock is when you should be infiltrating his office.
Okay, who is Professor Alderdice? Do we know of him? Or is this referring that name?
Roll an Arcana check. Oh,
Can I
if you're
put it?
proficient in Arcana.
Washington Arcana.
Can I put it in our book?
Yeah.
What does that show us?
So, Charles, go ahead and give me. I'll just tell you what the book says. But yeah, Mazarin, see if anything comes up for you. What'd you roll?
Arcana. 8 + 9. 17.
The name is not ringing a bell, which that alone kind of implies that it's not like this is some like world-renowned like arcanist or researcher or anything like that. Charles, as you write the name in the book and look it up, this is a professor of arcanomechanics. So basically, like the practice of artifice, like arcane machinery. He has no prior record of any insurrectionist activity. He's got a loyal IRD, no aliases. He is a wizard by designation, so he is a registered magic user, and has no particularly interesting associations other than just those of like various arcane guilds within the Aetherforge. Looking at him, he appears to be kind of a portly man in his middle 40s or 50s. He's got just kind of like a poorly kept mustache that kind of like covers some of his lips. And he wears kind of these like Coke bottle glasses that seem to magnify his eyes.
Okay.
So that's about all you get. It's an interest. There are a lot of people with a less than loyal IRD, you being one of them. So yeah, I mean, you don't have much information on this guy, but it's odd that someone with such a squeaky clean record would have any tie to any insurrectionist activities.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, like almost no one has a squeaky clean record, so it's almost like suspicious how clean this record is. Also, you know, never judge a book by its cover, but this guy, really?
This guy really? I mean, looks just kind of like a professor to me.
In the briefing are also a handful of train tickets for the afternoon train, which is going to be running overnight to the Aetherforge.
So, looks like this is happening today.
Sure does.
Enoch makes his way in, looks at Chuck's meal, and orders the same.
Poor man.
You're brought a very hearty skillet and a very extravagant looking martini full of hot pink liquid.
Hot. That's new.
Yes, it's not something that is frequently ordered, but we can see that your group has a very specific taste, which we wish to accommodate.
Yeah, alright, I'll take it.
I could go for just like a regular boiled egg right now. Honestly.
Very well.
And a plate of fruit.
He nods on your way out, and he brings you a an entire dragon egg that has been kind of somehow like sliced down the middle, so it's served kind of open, and it's a little bit like soft boiled, where like the center of it is just like a little bit soft and almost like with like a gelatin kind of like just before being liquid.
So, we all ready to head out tonight?
I'll be ready. I mean, I'm ready right now.
Suppose, yeah, I'm ready whenever you guys are. Question, um, did our group discuss where our loyalties lied in relation to, you know, House Cathar is doing a little double agent business? Did we already talk about that?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Nope.
But it was brought up at some point, right?
No, I don't think it was
I
really.
don't think it was, no.
Never mind. Okay. All right, never mind. Never mind.
Do we want to talk about it?
I mean, you can bring it up right now.
No, I thought am I misremembering? But I thought that we
I'll
were
say there were frequently some loosely veiled hints that when the nature of Fisher's plan was revealed, that there seemed to be within the group some mumblings and questions about like, would that be such a bad thing other than, you know, Luminora dying? Um, so no, you're not misremembering. There were some like kind of veiled, kind of brief conversations, but no one's really come out and full on talked about it.
so maybe we should talk about this, guys. I mean, who do we want to pledge our loyalty to here? You know, I feel like there were some mentionings of us. I mean, I guess I can kind of guess where Luminora stands, since your family is sort of in the middle of this and maybe has some reasons to support an insurrection.
She like she's like is not sure which way you're going when you say like your family has reasons to support. Um yeah, just eyebrow raise, egg into the melon. I'm certain that our house would go any way that would be deemed best for House Catharis and Conscriptus. She said that really fast.
Well said. Well said. Any other opinions?
Well, I'm unsure. I recently found out that I had a wife.
Congratulations.
I mean, you were there when we found out, but like, I don't know. I guess maybe I don't really trust the founder no more. Maybe.
Fair to say. Fair to say.
You know. Also, Enoch's pretty cool, and he doesn't seem to care about that kind of shit.
Your empire seems to think that the founder is the one and only god, which is laughable, at the very least. I'm mostly with whatever all of you want to do. I have my ties now to the Ledgerman or the Spy Master? Not really sure. Certainly not the Far Empire.
Also, I feel like we keep maybe peripherally glossing over the fact that the sacred machine at its core may be corrupted. Just throwing that idea out there.
Yeah, we did kind of see that, didn't we?
Yeah. Kind of put that under the rug. I mean, not saying that other options are much better, but
Well, if the sacred machine is corrupted, and we were selected by the sacred machine to become Ledgermen, then maybe we're not supposed to be.
Well, it's supposed to be, I think, if the sacred machine was corrupted and we were selected, then I would, gather that maybe someone has an ulterior motive and a reason for selecting us, which we don't know yet. Either
Well,
way, I think
who would have the authority to do that?
maybe someone like the Spy Master?
So this could have just been a plot to get us together for him to use us as we are being used now. But we also don't know what his end goals are. So if he... Okay. I guess there's two options. Option A. The sacred machine is corrupted. That's a fact. So, if the sacred machine is corrupted, either A, it wrongly selected us, and this is all random, and so it doesn't really matter what we do, or B, the Spy Master knows that the sacred machine is corrupted, so he selected us for a specific reason to do some tasks for him. Now, we don't know necessarily if the Spy Master believes in the Founder and all that mumbo jumbo. But I think depending on the things that we're doing for him might show his hand if we take a few extra steps in our coming missions. I mean, we're all pretty smart. I think we could suss it out. Now, I don't know what this professor dude thinks, but, you know, maybe when we find his briefcase, we do a little extra snooping.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah, that's
idea.
very well said, Charles.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I thought I sounded crazy.
Can I make some sort of check for some insight on the Spy Master's agenda? Be a history check.
Yeah, go ahead and take it with advantage.
19 and a 17, so 19.
What specifically are you trying to pull from your knowledge base right now?
I think I just want to know generally what the Spy Masters, like, what is known to me about the Spy Masters, his agenda, his motivations.
Motivations would be hard, so this is going to be like coming from your own understanding that may possibly be biased. But I'll say Mazrin's understanding of the Spy Master is it's a pretty important role within the Directorate, and basically he plays a pretty big role in maintaining order throughout the Empire. So that can and is known to be done through organizations such as the Ledgerman and the Sixth House, which are the two kind of branches of his like executors. The Ledgerman being kind of a group of like financial control, and also someone that basically like brings in like people that try to subvert the laws of the empire, who otherwise might be a cut above your typical like law enforcement, like Steel Covenant, Rail Wardens, that sort of thing. The Sixth House is kind of it's like the CAA. So it's just like anything goes, whatever the spy master says, they do. So that'll include propaganda, destabilizing like domestic and foreign governments, assassinations, things like that. So there's kind of this big like chess game that the spy master is playing to basically keep more done under order. And this kind of also expands out to the like directorate of the empire as a whole, which is to expand and like colonize, you know, the outer lands of like Karsus, and ultimately Drakmire as well, which is probably in the grand scheme of things the FETC's largest threat, because it's like an entire, you know, almost like a civilization.
Drakmire?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of vague, but like anything and everything that keeps things under control. So it'd be presumed that the spy master and his like directives would have fingers in like every single pie of the FETC.
Have we done any missions or anything relating to the Drakmire so far?
The one time you recall that it came up was you dealt with some Drakmiri pirates when you were in the Sanctiforge, who were smuggling in the vampiric tadpoles that were being used by Thassan Elvire. But outside of that, they're kind of like just this vague, like foreign, like, oh yeah, Drakmire bad, but they're also like far away.
Like the Russians.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go find an inebriated Professor Alderdice then.
Well, I mean, our train tickets aren't for like 6 more hours, so.
In 6+ hours.
So then let's, I guess, get our shit ready.
So you guys have a bit of downtime. So I'm assuming there's some things that some people might want to do. So let's kind of just go down the line and go over what some people might like to do during that downtime. Let's go down the line here and start with Enoch. Anything you'd like to do before? And we'll do this in a couple rounds, so this isn't for the whole day. We'll just say this is like up until like early. We'll do this in 2 rounds. This is up until like early afternoon, we'll say, and you'll have a little bit more downtime before it's time to go.
Great breakfast, everybody. I guess we got a new mission. I'm sure I'll get all the details later. Well, maybe not Mazrid, since she just walked away. Would you mind just sitting still for a moment? And he walks over to you with like a stretch of yarn.
Mavrin is very suspiciously looking at Enoch.
I'm not gonna.
This isn't because I called you ugly. You asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? Brutal honesty. I know not to ask questions I don't want the answers for now. It's okay. Uh, and he walks over with the yarn and like measures your head and just like wraps it around your crown and gets a good, and then like cuts that little thread of yarn. Perfect. Okay, good. Um, Luminora, whenever you're free later, please meet me, maybe, or I don't know. Can we do it here?
Do what?
Okay, hold on. He pulls out a bunch of like 10 different stretches of metal varying thickness and like lays them out all out partially on the table. Like overhanging the table. Would you mind doing that thing where you kind of vibrate the air around you?
Oh, yeah, certainly. And she'll
Right next to the metal.
like well, then kind of step back and draw my blade, and then she steps back, draws her sword, and starts doing some sword forms.
And Enoch is like running through the different lengths and thicknesses of metal, just like lightly touching each one. And he pulls one aside and then keeps going and like pulls another one aside. Perfect. Okay. I guess
You
I'll
want me to
take
shoot
it.
Same
something?
time.
No, I'm working on your thing, Charles. Doesn't
Well, what do
require
you
any metal.
mean?
Well, I'm
This is a weird thing that you're doing.
no, it's not.
It's a
Well,
little weird.
I'm
maybe if you
measuring
explained
heads.
it.
We
And metals.
we got those charms, and it's been a long time since I've done some of the more creative arts that I'm endeared to. So I took a bunch of supplies from your house, Luminora. They kind of just gave it to me. So I got all my tools now, and I figured I could make something for all of you. I don't think I have enough time to get everybody done, but Charles, yours
You're
doesn't
make
take as long. Sal,
gifts?
I'm working on it. Gifts, yeah. Thank you, gifts, I suppose, for kind of letting me into the group. Paintings, if I got the time for it. I got some really great ideas, but I don't. Well, I'll probably finish those on the trip.
Paintings.
Yeah, paintings.
Interesting. Didn't know you were a painter.
Painter, jewelsmith, wood carver, kind of a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. Wasn't, yeah. Part of the reason I was never accepted. Didn't really like all the fighting. Liked building. Liked creating a little bit more.
You're a good fighter, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not by any stretch of the imagination for the Agati. No. One of the worst.
Maybe you weren't put in the right situation.
Maybe. Maybe. I like this stuff a little bit more anyways. I'm gonna go work on this though. Let me know when we're leaving. And I'll probably have a couple of these done.
Luck.
And he scurries off with a length of rope and some sheets of metal.
A curious fellow.
Yeah.
So Enoch scurries off. The rest of you are kind of still just In the aftermath of Marion's sudden announcement, still in the dining hall.
Rules question. Do we lose temporary hit points after a long rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, so with that, Charles, are you doing anything with downtime before you're shipping out?
Yes. Charles Brand goes back to his room. See you later, ladies. Had a wonderful breakfast. And he quickly grabs a chair and stands on top of it and grabs the book he got
Mm-hmm.
And opens it to see if there's answers to his questions.
There are not.
Closes the book, and he into his comfortable evening or like relaxing clothes, and he something funny about relaxing clothes, you guys. Come on. He takes his new weapon and well, first he tries to talk to it because she said something about that, and it's weird, and he thinks that maybe she misspoke, but what's the harm in talking to the gun? Hello?
After a brief while after focusing on it, you immediately feel like this cold grasp on like the sides of your neck, almost like you're getting pulled into the gun and you just completely tunnel vision on the weapon that you're looking at. There's no verbal response, but you feel as though you have been acknowledged.
Cool. I guess. Charles now looks at it as like a, as like somebody who's familiar with weapons like this, to see if he can see how to clean it, like to take it apart, like you would a standard weapon.
There do not appear to be any mechanical components in this thing that you would know how to interact with. I mean, looking at this thing, you don't know how this thing even still fires. It is like this just conglomeration of this like twisted black metal. And you notice, like holding it, there are barbs on the handle that literally draw blood.
Cool.
So there's like, for the tools you have, you don't have a way to interact with this.
Does it look like a revolver?
Yeah, it looks like a revolver.
So can I do the thing to like reload it? Are there bullets in it?
As you look, there are bullets in it.
Are they different than the bullets that I already have?
They don't appear to be, although they appear to be made of like a different alloy, the bullets that have been preloaded into this thing. Whether or not that matters,
one out?
you do not know. You can.
And I will replace it with one of my bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attempt to fire the weapon. Outside at like one of those.
It's like you just gotta fire a gun.
Okay. You go outside,
Desktop.
you keep a couple of like the guards just like walking through the courtyard, and they just kind of look at you, nod and like wave as you look outside.
I fire the weapon into the ground.
Okay.
Just to see if it fires. With my bullet. as opposed to.
Okay, so these guys are walking by. You're waiting for them to clear the area.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, okay. You fire. The gun goes off.
Cool.
And there is a rush of guards that go to the area, and they've now got like one has a pole arm, and the other one has like 2 blades drawn as he like blinks up like directly into your like the like patio that you're on, and he's like looking around. He sees the smoking gun and just goes, "Was there an intruder?"
Test fire. Sorry.
Turns around and just says, no, he says the test fire. I don't know. They shrug their shoulders. And
New gun. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, he just goes, yeah. Just don't do it again, please.
You got it. Sorry. Maybe next time I'll tell. So he goes back, puts the old bullet back in.
You do notice the old bullet. It looks like it is silver. And as you go to put it in, there's a little text on the bullet itself that's been like
There's
an
text on it?
engraved text that has been engraved into the casing.
Why don't check that out?
It just says Aldrich.
I will take all the bullets out to see if they all say the same thing.
They do.
Okay. I will then reload the bullets. I also have silver bullets, but they don't say anything on them. Because Mr. Chompy made them. Did it feel like if he got pulled too far that he wouldn't be able to get back out?
You have no clue.
Charles is gonna look outside his room and see if Chester's there.
You haven't seen Chester in a while.
Is there someone out here?
Yeah, I mean, so eventually you'll see like one of the servants run by.
I just kind of like wave at him.
Yes.
What's your name?
Oh, interesting. No one really ever asks for my name.
I mean, you got one, right?
Yeah, but mostly it's just "Hey, you" or "You with the face" or.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
so,
seems it.
I go by Anthony.
Anthony, 2 questions for you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
First question, have you seen Chester?
Oh yeah, he got canned.
Are you fucking serious?
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
he was.
Why?
I mean, he was acting really inappropriately with some of the guests, getting very chummy and just.
I
not
was
professional.
initiating that.
Oh, well, there were issues before with him. He was not the cream of the crop.
He was the best. He was a good. Where'd he go?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he might have signed up with one of the naval battalions, maybe, or maybe getting.
Can you
work
find out?
in the ship lab? Sure, I can try to find. You want me to track down Chester?
I just want to know where he went. You don't have to physically find him.
Oh, like a mission.
Investigation. Yeah, you got yourself a mission.
All right. all right.
Unrelated to the Chester.
I'll have to let my boss know.
Probably not.
Oh,
You know what? Can you?
A moral
You know what?
conundrum. See, this is exactly the type of thing that got Chester fired. I'm afraid I must
Cancel-
decline.
Cancel the mission.
Yeah.
Let me talk to your boss.
Sure.
While I'm talking to your boss, can you get me a second holster. I show him my holster.
Okay, so it's like a scabbard, but for a gun.
Yeah, you guys have guns, right?
By you guys, you mean the House of Catharis? No, we do
Yes,
not.
not
No.
you, Anthony, specifically.
No. Yeah.
But Chester got me bullets.
Yeah, so that was another thing that was concerning because we don't know where that stuff came from.
Oh my god.
Military ordnance is pretty highly regulated in the civilian sphere. You know, he used to be a smuggler. So I think
Maybe
he
he
was
went back to
keeping that contraband on the house grounds, which wild that you would do that because this is a pretty great job. So just like why risk it, you know?
So
but no,
yes or no,
feel-
you can get me a.
I could find you something ballistically similar to your holder.
I need it to be able to like hang kind of loose
Mm-hmm.
because it's easier to draw if I don't have to like keep my hand up, hands kind of down. I put the other holster on, my holster on, so you can see what I mean.
Yeah.
Like quick fire, gotta be able to.
Yeah. I'll be straight up with you. I am not a weaponsmith. We do not deal in guns here because the matriarch and her brood have are legendarily skilled with blade and spell. So the use of such weapons by some would be seen as primitive.
Yeah, I understand.
So I don't have this stuff on house. I'm letting you know just because I'm going to try my best. And I really hope that's taken into account if you fill out the survey.
Anthony, you're already going above and beyond my request. Is there a leatherworker in house?
Not in house, but we can get things commissioned.
Can you get me? How long would it take to get a holster commissioned?
Super fast, like no longer than a week.
That's not super fast. But do what you can. We're leaving today. Don't worry about the commission thing. See if you can find me
Okay.
something ballistically similar, like you originally said.
Okay.
And I do want to talk to your boss.
Okay. And
Not about you.
Trust
You're
that
cool.
I can expect 5 stars.
Anthony, you got 6 stars.
I appreciate that. And please don't mention that we talked about the survey because there'll be a part that says, did anyone coerce you or let you know that there will be a survey? Because if we do, it invalidates the survey and we get in trouble.
I understand.
Yeah. And just between you and me, anything less than 5 stars, literally 4.5 stars, failure. So it'd be better not to fill it out at all.
No,
than to just
I
say
understand,
5.
Anthony, how the survey works.
Got it. Sorry.
Let me just tell you that.
Sorry.
No,
I will
don't apologize.
find this stuff. By the end of day, it'll be here. Okay, so he's going to run off and try to get this stuff.
That's all I want to do aside from talk to Chester's boss.
Okay.
So that's all.
Okay. So
Well, I'm gonna get
asking-
ready, dressed up.
Asking around Chester's boss, you'll see this half-orc female will approach you, and as she
Will
does,
she?
she just says, "Hi there. I understand we had some questions about some of the house staff."
I do. I'm Charles, and what is your name?
Yes, you've been asking. I'm Vera.
Hello, Vera. Nice to meet you. It seems that everyone is a little bit surprised when I ask what their name is, and I find that strange. But I'm also not accustomed to a lot of this.
Or conscriptus culture, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm a man of the people.
Understood.
What
So what
happened
can I
to
do for you?
Chester?
I see. He was let go due to several performance and professionalism concerns.
Now, I feel very badly because I was, getting friendly with him. We were chums. I don't
Please
want.
take any of that off your shoulders because there were concerns prior to you visiting as guests, and he is responsible for his own conduct, not for that of the guests.
Do you know what happened to him? Where did he go?
I do not, and I can say that he did ask for a reference for work within the ship lab, which we were regrettably unable to provide due to aforementioned performance and professionalism
Can I give a reference?
issues. Yes, you're welcome to go to the ship lab and vouch for our previous employee. Or would you like us to help you facilitate that?
That's the option.
Let me have one of our scribes come by, and perhaps would a dictation be okay?
Wonderful.
Sure. Okay, is there anything else I can do?
If we had not arrived and I had not done the things I did, would he still be working here?
You know, I think that this would have happened one way or another. So I think, and I'll tell you, I liked Chester. I thought he was a fine person. It just was not a good fit. So we
You have a
did
way to
wish him.
contact him.
Yeah, if you like, we can have, again, one of our scribes reach out magically as well to facilitate a conversation between the two of you.
Wonderful.
Okay, is there anything else I can do?
Now you've been a wonderful help. 5
Great.
stars.
Okay, we don't, yeah, that's just, okay, yep, appreciate it. That means a lot. Thank you very much. In the future, you could flag any of our house staff down, and please feel free to escalate the issue to myself if you have an issue with any one of those house staff.
No, they've all been great. Wonderful,
Good.
actually.
Excellent. Okay. You take care, Mr. Brand. And she'll leave.
Sounds good.
Okay, so in a short amount of time, there is a young tiefling male that is going to come over and knock on your door.
I open the door.
Hi, heard you were needing a scribe to contact an old employee and also potentially assist with drafting a letter of recommendation.
Cool. Let's start with contacting. Oh, by the way, I'm Charles Brand. And you are?
My name is Tybalt.
Tybalt. That's a cool name. I'm looking to contact Chester.
He has this kind of a little befuddled look on his face, and he just looks at you and just goes, "Yeah, you're really nice."
Thank you. I try.
Yeah.
I'd just like to contact Chester and let him know that I'm sorry he got fired, and if he wants, he can reach out to me. And
Reach
I'd
out
love
to
to
you?
chat when he
Chat.
gets a chance.
Okay. Would you like us to provide him a way to do that?
That would be the most wonderful thing ever.
Okay. Would you like a sending booklet or sending stones?
What is the least likely to get destroyed in a firefight?
The sending stones.
Let's do that then.
I will say he will have a direct line directly to you, and he can speak to you at any time.
Let's go with the booklet.
Excellent choice, sir.
I might have to
Um,
do stealth these things.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Very well. I will have this delivered. And is there anything else I can help with?
No, I think I can get the rest of the information I need through.
I was
Chester.
told a letter of recommendation for the ship labs.
Yeah, do you have like a boilerplate one of those? that can
I
just put my
drafted
name
one up already.
Thanks.
If it's okay with you, just
God.
I, Charles Brand, vouch for upstanding character, diligence, and professionalism of the highest quality. With any questions, feel free to reach out to the office of the House of Catharis, so on and so forth, and which we never answer.
Yeah, no, I would assume.
But they never follow up on
They
these
never
things.
do. Yeah, I would assume as well. Thank you.
Sure. Great. Well, you have a nice day, Mr. Brand. And he takes off.
You too, Tibbles. And I close the door and get ready and sit on my bed waiting for someone to call upon me.
Okay. A little magical notebook is slid under the table door. That is the sending booklet between you and Chester that will record communications just between the two of you.
I pick that up and I write Chester's name on it as to not confuse it with my other book.
Okay.
And then I put it in a backpack.
Hey.
Selected.
All right. We'll go to Mazarin. We'll do Luminora last.
That could get awkward between the two.
Mazarin, after breakfast, is going to wander about the grounds.
Before
looking...
Mazarin leaves, can I actually... Mazarin, just a quick word.
Yes.
If you have a moment. Okay,
What is
I
it,
was just... So, I don't believe that Marion's reassignment was a coincidence. I've tried a few times to assess through her how the Spy Master might be using us. And I think after our conversation today during breakfast, I would not be surprised if he could watch or listen in on us at any time. I mean, he's a Spy Master. That sounds like his whole deal. And I have no idea how your magic works, but I feel like you would be the first to notice that. So maybe we just, I don't know, keep your psychic antenna. I don't know how it works. Just
Pretty much like that, yeah.
okay, perfect.
But no, but what exactly do you want me to? Are you implying that, he's sort of omnipresently watching over us?
That's my concern. I have no proof to it, except she pauses and like makes a weird face. My feelings, I think.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and you said that you were lightly pressing Miriam for some information regarding this, and this is perhaps why she has been let go.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep my feelers on, if you will. Is there a reason you don't want to bring this up with the rest of the group?
Well, Charles always makes weird jokes about me and Marion, and I don't know if I'm in the mood for that.
Okay, fair. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I mean, if that's true, that's going to be kind of tricky to deal with, and obviously a big cause for concern. But
yeah, especially after we kind of feel like we're coming to a agreement about the possible ways we might be moving forward.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. Although if I do find out that is the case, perhaps I will let you know in a discreet manner.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Very good. And then Mazarin twirls and goes along her merry way. She is looking for... Is there... I guess before I let Luminora go... Luminora, is there where do you guys buy things? Magical items?
Oh,
that.
Well, you mostly can just snag a house staff and ask them to acquire it for you. There's like a house fund that they all shop under.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. So I'm going to look for a little house. I don't know if they're little. I'm going to look for a house staff person.
Yep. You find one that happens to be little.
Okay.
There is a male halfling that is walking with like a folded towel, like kind of briskly heading in a certain direction.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
I was hoping to acquire, or perhaps just take a look at a selection of charms. Could you tell me where I'd be able to do this?
Ooh, charms. We can have a vendor come by for a showing.
That would be great. How soon can this be done?
How soon would it need to be done?
No more than 4 hours. 5.
We can call in a favor and make it happen within the hour.
Thank you.
Of course. It will be done. I'll have them meet in the courtyard unless you want them to come inside.
Yeah, that's fine. Courtyard's fine.
Sure thing. In about an hour, one of us will flag you down to let you know when they are here.
Okay, great.
Very good. And I will make sure that they give a discount fitting of family of the House Catharis. And he gives you a wink and moves on.
Great. Okay.
Okay. Moving on to Luminora. Anything else that you...
She will go and find her mother to update her about the stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I presume I would have like a general idea where she would be.
Yeah, absolutely. You hear the sounds of clinking blades as you see Celeste sparring with 3 of the house guards, and you hear your mother just with like a familiar rhythmic voice just saying, again. And you walk in and see like an exhausted looking Celeste. There is a at her feet there is a pretty like notable like older looking puddle of blood, although she looks pristine. And with that, your mother kind of acknowledges your presence, and you hear her just say, carry on until I return. She turns and walks over to you and just says, did you come to weigh in on your siblings' training?
No, I came to notify you that we've received our first assignment under the Spy Master, and we'll be departing this afternoon.
Very well. I won't pry as to the specifics of your assignment, but wherever you go, I trust you will bring honor to our house. And with that, you hear this like gasp, and you hear Celeste just go, shit. And you turn, and she's just like holding her wrist where she like sustained like a little cut from her sparring session. And with that, her mother just looks at her and she just like nods in a direction, and then she goes to leave.
Celeste goes to leave?
Mm-hmm. She appears to be heading towards the pruning chamber.
Yep. God, this is freaking rough. Yeah, this is, still a very unexpected development. All of this with the Ledgerman. I hope that soon I can return and take back the role.
I've been giving this a lot of thought, daughter, and I think perhaps it was foolish of me to place the entire burden of our house onto one of my daughters. And I think, given the nature of recent events, it would make sense that she pauses and just says, I feel that this house is only as strong as its weakest link. Regardless of whether or not you come back into the fold, I feel that your transition to your position within the Ledgerman is perhaps a blessing in disguise. I think perhaps we've been too isolated, and it is useful to have a daughter that is out in the world, seeing other districts and how they are faring within the machine. And Celeste has much work to do. I fear that I've done her a disservice by neglecting her potential as she was younger.
Are you saying that that I would not return to the house?
Not at all. What I'm saying is, I feel that your experience beyond the walls of the house are perhaps not as much of a curse as we initially thought. Of course, you will always be the firstborn, and you will always be the heir. We will find a way for you to return, one way or another. However, that does not excuse Celeste to a life of frivolous pursuits and luxury.
I understand. I will say that I do believe that pruning can also take away things that are necessary.
Says the woman who cut her cousin down when she was severely outnumbered, ambushed, and by all accounts, should not be standing here today. My dear, you are your evidence that the work that we do here is important and that it is necessary. And she gives you a smile and raises her hand to kind of stroke your cheek with her thumb.
Lunar just breathes real slowly and controlled.
I'm proud of you, daughter. And through you, your sister will be made strong.
Thank you, Mother. And I will leave.
Yep. As you go, she'll say, I will give Celeste your regards. I'm sure we will see you soon. And she begins to walk into the pruning chamber.
Okay.
Okay. Chucky boy, there is a knock on your door.
I open.
You see the first individual that you spoke with, Anthony, who is holding a like wooden box that looks very ornate and has almost what looks like some arcane sketchings on it. And on top of that, he is holding like something wrapped in some cloth, and he says, "I have a delivery for you.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Would you
Can
like to
I
come
set
in?
this down?" Yeah, let me set this down in your room for you. Sets this down. So here is the holster, and he goes over to this cloth thing that he unwraps, and he gives you what essentially is like the like a leather scabbard for like a dagger.
Mhm.
Obviously, not exactly the same as what you previously showed, but I feel that this is probably the closest approximation.
It looks very
Um,
good. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's for you. And then this came to the house for you.
This box?
Yes.
Do you know what's inside the box?
No, I wouldn't look inside the box. That's some Chester-like behavior.
Well, I didn't know if there was like some kind of like safety protocol stuff.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Of course not. Yeah.
Of course not. What happens if I open this box and it explodes?
Then we will track down where it came from, and whoever sent it will be under the wrath of all of the House Catharis.
What about
That
me?
is the safety protocol. You will be avenged.
But I won't be like brought back or anything? You guys don't have wizards or nothing? Clerics?
Well, wizards generally don't bring people back. Clerics, they're far and few between. There are a few. We would mourn you. Us, the
Right.
house staff, would mourn you.
Well, thank you, Anthony. That means a lot.
We'd bury you in a graveyard.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot.
Yep. Let us know if there's anything else we can
You
do.
want a drink?
I can't. I'm working.
I
This is
know.
my job. Yep.
That was kind of a
But
joke.
you almost got me there.
Sorry.
Yep.
Have a good day, Anthony.
Yep.
I'll be here if you need me.
And he goes to take off.
I'd love to open the box immediately. No hesitation.
Yep. You open it. Go ahead
Ready
and
to-
make. No, I'm kidding.
I'm ready to die.
You open it
Yeah.
and you find a letter.
Oh, like a letter inside a box?
Yes.
Is it in an envelope? In an envelope. In a box.
It is in an envelope.
I'll open the envelope and look at the letter.
I will post this in the general chat so that people can participate in this, if that's okay with you.
Fine with
You
me.
don't know what it says, but
I hope it's inappropriate.
it appears to be a letter from Belladonna.
Whoa. That is tiny.
So, I'll go ahead and just read this out for you.
Yeah.
I trust this letter finds you unburdened by conscience. Inside, you'll find a folding satchel stitched with sigils older than the Dominion itself. Lay it flat, speak the word open, and it will unfurl into a powerful tool, a cradle for the pact you took. It has been tailored for Malice's appetite and yours. You're going to encounter enchanted trinkets, relics, and curiosities in your travel. Some benign, others not so much. When you find one that thrums with magic incompatible with your hand, try placing it on the bench. Malice will know what to do. Carry your pact well. Send the remnants of your enemies' souls to their makers after allowing Malice to feast until full. Use this bench to uncover lost frameworks of Malice. You won't always understand what you're feeding it. You certainly won't understand what it gives back. Do not die before it becomes interesting. Signed, Belladonna.
Wow, that wasn't cryptic or scary.
So, as you look, there is just this kind of like canvas satchel that is just stitched with these like black ink, like runes and engravings all over it.
Do I know what bench she's talking about?
No,
Just any bench?
you don't know. She just said,
Cool. I will
something to
unroll
do with
this
this bench.
leather
Okay.
thing.
As you
and I'll-
do, you open it and like a large wooden panel comes out and it folds outward into like a I don't really know how to describe it, but there's now like a wooden panel that's perfectly flat on the floor.
Open.
And as you do it, like unfolds in like a very Doctor Strange kind of way and opens up into what looks like a mix of like a gun bench with a very like a central wooden clearing with all these with like this runic circle that looks like it's meant to like one place that clearly looks like it's the perfect size for like setting down Malice to work on it, and another side that looks like you're meant to set down other items.
I set down Malice in the circle that appears Malice-like.
Yep. As you do, you set it down, and then you hear this little hum, and it centers itself by itself.
It's fucking magic shit. I open the door really quickly. Is Anthony still there?
No.
Is he within shouting range?
You haven't shouted yet, so you don't know.
Anthony! I shout.
You hear the pitter-patter of footsteps. Yeah.
I am so sorry to disturb you from whatever you were doing, because it's probably
This
important.
is literally my job.
I need to know where Mazarin is.
Her room is next to yours. Why could you have shouted her name?
You know what? I forgot that she was right next door, because a lot of stuff has been happening. But I will go knock on her door right now.
I'm here. Why don't you let me do it for you?
You know what? If you find her, can you ask her to come to my room?
Sure.
I have not opened the door all the way. I've got like my head out.
Yep.
Because I don't know.
Mazarin, are you in your room?
Yeah.
You would have heard all this.
Mazarin just opens the door.
And you just hear him say, "Speak of the devil. Hi there. You are cordially summoned to the room of..."
I heard. Thank you.
Shall I lead the way?
That's no.
Got it. And it says, "Very well. Let me know if there's anything else you need. And you, Mr. Brand, holler if you need anything."
Thank you so much, Anthony. You've been a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't land. Okay. And then he just kind of like wanders away.
Mazarin just sort of looks up and goes, "Really? First chestnut, now this guy? You gotta cool it."
Just learning their names doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
Everybody knows what happened. Okay.
I need your advice. Could you? I know you're not like a wizard or whatever, but you got some kind of magic knowledge, I would assume.
Yes.
Do you think you could take a look at something for me? It's not weird. I mean, it is weird because it's magical, but it's not like.
I gathered that. Okay, just you want to show me? You want to let me? You want to invite me
Yeah, I let her. Do I need to invite you in? Or are you a vampire?
in? I'm not. If that was a serious.
Okay, come on in. Yeah, no, I was joking.
Just gotta make sure.
I just kind of like points at the stuff,
Okay.
and I'm like, okay, so I did what Luminor said not to do, and I went and talked to Belladonna, and then we went back to her place. We did some stuff, and then it was like, I mean, it was good, but it was kind of contractual, if you get what I'm saying. Because then I got this gun, and Malice is on the table thing, and I'm like, and she's like, kill people with it or whatever, and then she said like you don't have to talk to it, and I was like, that's weird. So does that mean that it's going to talk to me? And then I tried to talk to it, and I felt kind of like I was like going into the void, so I stopped. Couldn't work on it. There's like no things to take it apart, and then she sent me this table, and that's where we're at. Apparently I could put another magic item here and something will happen, but I don't know. And I don't want to put my immovable rod there because I feel like that could come in real handy.
Okay. All right. I feel like the first half of your story was totally unnecessary. But okay, let's focus on the issue at hand here. Also, congratulations. Also, I thought you were married, so I'm not gonna say anything there.
Well, okay, I didn't. Well, you know what? That's a
It's
good
fine. You
point.
don't have to explain yourself.
I
Okay,
kind of.
upon observation, do I recognize what I'm looking at when I look at this thing? I'm asking the DM.
Arcana check.
Arcana check. 18.
This looks like an iteration of an arcane lectern. So this is like an enchanting bench. It's clearly had some modifications where it seems to be made with like a more, like what would be a primal kind of magic as opposed to like a strictly arcane, although there are clearly arcane elements to it as well.
Oh, I also hand her the letter,
Okay.
so you can be free.
So you have that context with it too. You do see there are 6 runes that specifically kind of orbit the central what do you call it? Like runic sigil that Malice lies on. And you get it's safe to interact with, and as you go to like move your hand around, you do notice that as you touch one of those runes, Malice just kind of like shudders and then like explodes into like a series of just its like constituent parts.
Like
And
an
it
Iron
is
Man.
like an Iron
Yeah.
Man, yeah, or like an
Doing it.
IKEA exploded view of like some piece of shit you're trying to put together. And it reassembles itself in a different frame where now it looks like a long-barreled rifle, except parts are missing.
Okay.
How did you do that?
By primal magic, what does that mean?
So magic basically is like usually split up into like 3 different like super types, which would be arcane, which would be the practice of like wizards, sorcerers. Then there's the divine, which would be more like paladins and clerics. Then there's primal, which is more like witches, druids, things that are more natural, but also more like occult.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Okay. Mazarin's gonna look at Charles. Okay. So you got some spooky fucking... I mean, are you seeing this?
Yeah, no, I'm right here.
Yeah.
This is weird. That's why I asked you, because you seem like you know, not that you're spooky. You just know a lot of stuff.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, not from experience, but this is Belladonna gave this to you?
That is correct. Well,
Yeah,
first just a gun. And
yeah.
then this came just now, like 5 minutes
I mean,
ago.
is she sending you on a mission to kill something, or she just wants
No,
you to
just to kill stuff, kill people,
Okay.
kill beasts.
I guess that kind of checks out. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sense of bloodlust I'm getting here. But yeah, I mean, it appears that you'd be able to modify this gun that she gave you with this kind of, I guess, magical workshop bench.
I mean, it
Right.
seems like this is trying to make itself into a rifle, but I don't have all the parts.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how to build a rifle, but
I mean,
presumably this would help you do that. I don't really have much else for you. Have
Okay.
you used the gun yet?
I did do a test fire to see if it fired, and it does fire.
Okay. Well, did you have to like attune to the gun or anything?
As I told you, I stared at it and tried to talk to it and fell into like almost a void, and then now, I don't know. I guess I'm not really. I never used a magical weapon before.
Yeah, I mean, my only concern is that, we don't want to go running around catching curses or anything. I don't really
Totally.
know Belladonna's MO. Maybe you should check in with Luminora to see what that might be.
I
But as far
know.
I, I can't really tell you much more than what we have just discovered here together right now.
Okay. Well, I'd like to say thank you for uh, coming and taking a look. That was very nice of you. And I'm
Anytime.
gonna try and find Luminara, I guess, or maybe Enoch. He might know something about primal magic too.
Maybe. Yeah, possible. I'm curious. I'm invested now.
Well, if you want, we can go together, try and find both of them, maybe put all our heads together.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Awesome.
Yeah. It's in the best
So-
interest of the group that you are not cursed. So yes.
I don't
So-
think Belladonna would curse me, but okay.
For the sake of timing, we'll say the entire party is now being summoned into Chucky's room. Is there any reason that you would be otherwise indisposed or would not respond to these summons? Okay.
For the
So
sake of
after a few
timing,
minutes,
no.
okay, after a few minutes, you're all gathered, and we cut to the rest of your group, kind of just like scratching your chin, staring at this bench that Charles has manifested next to his bed.
Yeah, I go through the whole spiel with both of them, and I apologize to Luminara for not listening to her and going to see Belladonna and all that stuff. Again, I'm sorry. But this is pretty cool, right?
You slept with my cousin after I told you not to.
Well, I didn't intend to do that, but she kind of.
And now you're carrying a cursed weapon.
Well, is it cursed?
Probably. If Belladonna gave it to you, probably.
She does curse shit. That's like her MO.
That entire house is a weird, creepy house.
Weird, creepy house.
Do you think she had any?
Their
intention to-
matriarch has been missing for it's weird. It's really weird. I'm
think she-
convinced that they consume souls to, I don't know, like stay young I don't know. So,
think
Maybe
that
this is
she
magic
intentionally hurt.
That she wants you to capture souls to feed to them.
Although, how would that even work?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking occult witch.
yeah, I'm with Mazin on that. How would we know? We deal with normal magic.
Okay. Enoch, do you have any knowledge
Uh,
of occult stuff? I mean, I know it is kind of racist to ask you, but you're
You
the
also
most.
asked all of us, so
no, I
no one was
mean,
thinking about it, so.
he's Russian squatted, Slavic squatted in front of this
Love it.
thing.
Love it.
No, not racist, and you're not wrong. I mean, hey, good job. You pulled I mean, she's
Thank
yeah,
you.
This thing,
I give him a fist bump.
yeah, he doesn't look and just like returns
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
There's definitely more to this, but also there is something primal, something more on the fringes of magic to this thing. Probably
Check this
doesn't
out.
work.
I pressed the rune that Mazrin had pressed, and it does the thing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
As it does, the door bursts open, and you turn, and you all see Sal. That's just goes, sorry, the servants did not summon me and tell me there was a group meeting, but I made it anyway, so that is why I was late.
Okay. Thank
No
you, Sal.
worries. We were
What do
just
you know
looking
about?
at Charles's
Wow.
gun, which clearly eats magic to become better or something.
Yeah.
According to
So
this
I'm,
note.
so I'm all caught up now. Sal will take a look at this and give you his professional opinion at some point. And he's just kind of like looking. He's not paying attention to this. He's like looking around at your room, and he's like,
Sal, what are you doing?
nothing. And he like walks over to your bed, and he like holds his arms out to try to measure how large your bed is.
Do you want like a larger bed in your room or something, or?
No, it's fine. But fuckers gave Sal a small bed.
I'm
He's just sitting there kind of like mumbling under his breath, and then he like wanders off to just like start looking throughout your room.
No, this is the reason I didn't invite you to this meeting.
Ah, so you
Just-
admit it. You purposefully
Yes.
exclude Sal,
I excluded you. They
even
didn't.
though I'm master of the arcane.
Yes, and now I feel bad for not inviting you.
Chuck
if you
don't
could
want the
please-
help. Chuck don't get the help.
I do want your help now. We're kind of. I mean, I just want to know if it's cursed or not, because Luminar says it is, Mazarin is unsure, but leaning towards
Have
it
you
is.
tried unattuning to it?
I don't even know how I attune to it.
That sounds like a cursed item then.
Well, I kind of just sat with it, I didn't. Okay, you know what? You're right.
Did
I could be
you?
wrong.
I don't know.
When I picked it up,
Like,
it poked me and my blood came out.
That's
Oh, you didn't mention that. That sounds
That-
super fucking
Yeah, I did.
yeah,
forget.
that's
like a straight up
standard
sacrifice.
curse item. You don't
Yeah,
even have to go to
Charles,
wizard.
that's really sort of standard curse item business.
You
right
guys,
there. I
I've
mean,
never dealt with magical weapons before.
Well,
You probably should have
mean,
asked someone before you started
I
touching.
think that very thing happened in children's book that I give to my niece. And she's
With this
5.
gun?
It was a dagger in the children's book, but yes.
Same way. Okay.
And I mean, to be fair, I did warn you straight up. I was like, don't mess with the Voran sisters. They do weird, creepy stuff. And then she gave you a gun,
Yeah, well,
And
I
you
didn't
signed it
realize. I
and then
didn't.
the gun poked you.
I just,
That's
I just thought I was gonna get laid. And then.
I mean, you could have just gotten laid. You didn't have to make a blood sacrifice to the creepy gun she gave you. But you just had to go and do the curse, didn't you?
It looked so cool. I mean, look at it. It's dope.
Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, but just hold still.
Sal walks over to the bench and just starts like pressing all the different runes.
Oh my god. What happens?
We are going to die in this room. Mazarin's going to attempt.
Gun's just
to-
like changing its forms.
What does it? What
Mazarin's
are
gonna-
the forms? I'm very interested in that.
I mean, you can push Sal aside and mess with it yourself, but
I'll
you're
let
just like
Mazarin-
going through them like whack-a-mole.
Sal, we don't know what it does yet. Could you please not just press all the runes?
You don't know what it does, okay? Sal knows what this is.
Then enlighten us.
This is alchemy.
This is definitely not alchemy. I don't even know anything about magic, and I can tell you.
You see this bench?
It's,
Look how many potions you could fit. The Bunsen burner go here. Very nice.
I think it's for enchanting.
Yeah, Sal,
Yeah.
I think you're off on this one.
Well, Sal's being outvoted. You don't want my opinion? I don't give it. Yeah, let
That's
you
not
figure
what we
this out.
said. Okay, you know what? Continue looking around my room or whatever the fuck you were doing.
Oh, thank you. And he walks over into your bathroom.
Okay. What? Hold still.
Yeah, Mazarin's going to attempt to this. And as she's casting it, she says it's probably not going to work.
Attempt
but
to what?
She's going to cast Dispel Magic
Oh, what?
on Charles.
Am I magic?
No.
Okay. All right. Do
You
you
feel any
think?
different?
Did you cast it?
They did.
Okay. So as you do,
Do I feel any different?
you get this brief, like extreme headache, and this image of a clawed hand just striking metal on a black anvil as there are just a chorus of screams that are just consuming you in the abyss, and then it's gone, and you feel the same.
I mean, aside from a weird vision, I don't feel any different. Oh, and a piercing headache that made me feel like I was going to die. Other than that, I feel totally normal now.
Mazarin, I forgot how we did this at the beginning of this campaign, but when I did my like psionic detection of magical energy type thing,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
I
think
don't
I'm
remember
in my
mechanics of
mind.
that. I feel like we just sort of made it up on the off the cuff.
Love it.
I'm gonna try that again.
I'll let that be part of kind of your previous Arcana check. You do not sense any psionic energy here.
Yeah, well, psionic. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I can cast Detect Magic and just get a general vibe
Yeah, vibe check.
check.
Yeah, can you cast vibe check?
I cast vibe check.
Magical
Okay.
vibe check.
Detect
Yeah,
magic.
magical vibe check for sure.
You get a ping on a bunch of stuff around the room that you'd typically expect, a bunch of crap that your colleagues are carrying. Malice gives off a
Bunch of crap.
mix of enchantment and necromancy.
Cool.
The gun bench gives off a powerful enchantment. School of Magic. The runes on them all give a necromancy, except for one, which gives a transmutation. And that is the final rune.
And looking at Charles, does he look any different from the time I detected magic on him back in that one religious place? Name I can't remember. Sanctiforge.
You don't notice anything different about Charles, but you would know that oftentimes, once you get into things like curses, this is a much like older form of magic that is much deeper rooted, and oftentimes it's not something that can be like seen from a detect magic, and it is something that generally cannot be dispelled.
I'm still attuned.
I point at the runes. Enchantment, enchantment, necromancy, 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 transmutation, the gun, enchantment, and necromancy.
Oh, what's transmutation?
It changes it from one thing to another. And you look the same as when I first detected magic on you. But to be fair, curses can be a little more deep-seated and harder to detect, and definitely hard to dispel, or impossible.
Well, I'm still, attuned.
I can't use detect
I mean,
magic.
we're assuming that
if you have
Mazarin's dispel
right.
magic didn't unattune
Yeah.
me.
That didn't sound like what an unattunement normally.
So, I'm going to ask another question.
Yes.
That is probably a very normal magic thing. How would I unattune to this weapon? To any weapon or any object?
Well, you either sit and intentionally break the bond over a course of a few hours, or if you are separated from the object for a far enough distance for a long enough time, then you are naturally unattuned.
Cool. Well, I've got a lot to think about.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Thank you, everyone, for your input and advice. And I will figure out.
Real quick, Enoch, I don't think we ever resolved your inspection of the desk because the DM rudely interrupted with a Sal cameo. Were you trying to get a closer look as all this was happening?
He kind of like I think he got the sense that there's some primal magic that he can sense with something else. I think he put the pieces together and can't get any more than anybody else has gotten.
Okay. Would you like to try and see if there's something else you could glean? It's okay if the answer's no.
No, yeah, no. I think what's been revealed is at his limit of what he could say.
Okay. Final question. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish.
Got it. Okay. Okay. With that, Sal exits the bathroom.
Did you flush?
Good luck, Charles. I've got some more things to wrap up before we leave. You can also probably ask Belladonna about some of this.
Yeah, she gave me this book to ask her questions. I take it out, open it. Are there any answers?
To the previous ones that you asked, it just says, "I'm sure you'll figure it out."
Belladonna gave you a book of messaging.
Yeah. Is that good
That's-
or bad? Or neutral?
I don't know. I have not experienced. I don't know her that well, but that's curious.
The way you say it makes me feel like this is not a good thing.
No, I just think it's interesting.
I'm sure if you have any messages you want me to pass along, I'll be more
I
than
don't
happy
really
to.
talk with Houseforth like that, but thank you.
I mean, you're related, right?
Correct.
So, like,
I mean, do you talk to everyone that you're related to?
I don't
Further?
remember anyone that I remember related to.
See, exactly. So,
No, it's very different.
oh well, I've got a lot of cousins, and
And you don't speak to that group of the family because they do weird magic. And other reasons.
the houses of conscriptus are very complicated.
You know what? I'm sorry that I asked. I do not want to know.
That's fair. I'm going to go do my things. Good luck.
See you later. Thanks.
Sorry about your curse. Bummer.
Again, we're not sure if it's a curse. I'm gonna write, is this a
He's already-
curse?
He's already walking out.
The book of questions. Or the talking
There's an
book.
immediate response that just says yes.
Cool. Is it gonna kill me?
It's no response.
Okay. Take that as a yes. I put the book back. I'm just gonna wait until we have to leave. I pack all this up. I assume I say close to make it go back. I pick
Yep,
the gun
as you
up.
do it,
Close.
snaps shut and falls into the satchel.
I put it. Oh, it's in its own satchel?
Mhm.
Very cool. What am I supposed to do with this box? Guess I'll just leave it here.
Oh, good luck
Okay.
with that, Chuck. I'm gonna leave.
Thanks,
Okay.
Enoch, for taking a look.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if I start acting weird,
I'll knock you out.
thank you. Don't kill me, but
Yeah, no, of course.
awesome.
Okay. So with that, more time passes. We're at a point where we probably have about like an hour to do anything before you're due to head out and hit the train.
The vendor arrived.
Yes, the vendor has arrived.
Go shopping.
Okay, so you're specifically looking at charms.
Charms, yeah.
Okay. Where are we?
I get in on this?
Sure. We'll say
Awesome.
anyone who is interested, you will all be notified that a vendor is arriving. You watch as Luminor's father is also out there, who's kind of like poking around at some of these two. So, with that, you see this kind of like slinky female dragonborn. She's kind of like blue colored, but with like a shock of silver across one side of her face. And with that, she just goes, yes, I was told that we had a connoisseur of charms here. I've got a pretty wide selection. Is there anything that I can do to point you in the right direction of what you would be looking for?
Well, I don't know. I just sort of wanted to peruse your inventory. I don't know if there's something in specific. Maybe you can just sort of start showing me around in terms of what charms you think are useful for me.
Sure. Well, what kind of spellcaster are you?
What kind of spellcaster am I? Am I a psionic spellcaster?
You don't fall into the typical mold of what she is asking.
Okay, I'm not like other spellcasters. I'm an atypical spellcaster.
Okay, we service a lot of people with very curious needs and abilities. I specialize in arcane charms. Many of my items involve transportation. So let's see, perhaps one of these would be suitable. And she pushes 2 charms forward. This one here is a charm of the chauffeur. When you use a teleporting spell or feature, you can bring on an additional target with you.
Okay.
If that is not quite your speed, if you're looking for something a little bit more offensive, there is a Blinkjack charm, which allows you to do the same, but with a target that is not willing. Very useful for bounty hunters and the like, to snatch your prey and get them in a trap, and you can take them with you.
For the first charm, or I guess for the Blinkjack charm, would that also serve the same purpose of a willing subject if I were to try to...
That is a very good question. I get that question a lot. In a way, yes, although it's possible that your quarry may resist the effect, regardless of whether they wish to or not. So it may not be as reliable as the charm of the chauffeur.
I see. So there's no resisting the charm of the chauffeur.
No, that requires a willing creature.
Okay.
I think what she meant is, could she use the Blinkjack to teleport a willing participant as well?
And
As an
in
unlock.
my D&D speak, my answer was yes, but they would still have to make a save.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Okay. Nice.
And
okay.
I had a shipment of inversion beads that I've just sold out of. Someone came by and bought all 5 of them, just not but 3 hours before you arrived. Very,
Was it a
very
small
hot
gnome?
item. It was a small gnome.
Is he wearing a weird hat?
No.
Aren't all gnomes small?
Even for a gnome, this one was very small.
Maybe he was a child. No.
A
Could
child.
be. But I sold him all of my inversion beads, so I am sold out of those.
Okay.
My apologies.
That's quite all right. What else do you have? Any unusual charms? Something on the more rare side?
Ooh, unusual. Okay. Well, I have this charm of Eldritch Hunger. So for this, if you counterspell or dispel a spell or effect, you regain some magical energy.
Does that mean that I get a spell slot back?
As we say in the biz, yes. Individual results may vary.
I don't really do a lot of counter spelling. That'd be cool though. Any counter spellers here? No? Could be cool.
Okay, so that's not quite your speed. That's okay. Well, I've got here a charm. This is in our divine category. I've got a charm of the pious rebuke. This allows you to dispel and remove curses as though you cast them at one level higher.
Dispel or remove curses as though what was the second half of that?
So basically, if you cast like dispel magic,
Yeah.
it's as though you cast it at one level higher than what you cast it at.
Okay.
If that's not your fee, I've got this Mark of Fervor, and this allows you to pick up your allies when you target them with spells.
Pick up my allies.
So if they're knocked down, you can pick them up back on their feet. Useful stuff.
I don't require any particular spell to do that. I can just do it with the charm.
Any spell. You could hit them with a lightning bolt, or you could hit them with a healing word. Pick them
about
up
a
on their
cantrip?
feet. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
You
I'm gonna
could
keep my
put
eye
a
on that.
bonfire under their ass. Put them on their feet.
She looks at Charles. Okay.
I've got various charms for certain elemental effects.
Such as?
Let's see here. So one for poison, one for cold, one for lightning, one for fire, and one for acid.
Are these offensive charms or?
Oh yes, very much so.
Ooh. Okay. Which one is the most destructive, would you say?
Ooh, they all have their uses, but if you're looking for something destructive, I'm going to have to recommend the Charm of Immolation.
Yeah. Dangerous. Go on.
So, have you ever wished to cast a fire spell and completely light your foes aflame?
Well, now that you mention it, yeah.
I have too, and that's why I created this. So with this, every once in a while, your targets may burst into flames and will be on fire until they fix that. So briefly, this on a natural 20 or on a natural 1, on an attack roll or saving throw, respectively, fire damage deals the ignited effect, in which they take additional fire damage every round until an action is expended for them to stop, drop, and roll.
But I have to cast a fire spell.
It's a fire spell specifically.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Do you have anything for thunder spells?
Well, I have one that is sort of a triple threat. It is one of my most pricey. It is the Pearl of the Mystic, and this deals with force damage, psychic damage, and thunder damage.
Oh, what's it do?
I'll link it in the chat.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford it. Is there a Bank of Catharis that I can take a loan out from?
I mean, I vote yes.
A natural 20 or an enemy's natural 1 save. Oh, so I can choose.
No. So basically, if you roll an attack roll, then you need a natural 20 for this to happen. If they are making a saving throw, they need a natural 1 for this to happen.
Okay.
So these are the conditions that it'll do.
But I can choose one of the 3 effects.
No, it depends on the damage type.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
So if it does force damage, you can overwhelm them. If it does psychic damage, you can disorient them. If it does thunder damage, you can concuss them.
What do each of those things mean?
It's in the chat.
It says.
So for overwhelmed, you will push a target an additional range and knock them prone. For psychic damage, they become disoriented, which means when they attempt to cast the next spell they attempt to cast, they must make a concentration check or lose the action.
Awesome.
For thunder, it causes them to be concussed, and they take a minus dice to their next saving throw or attack.
Minus dice to the next attack or saving throw. So, D. What is a P?
That's your proficiency.
Oh.
Times 2?
Yep.
So 6?
Yes.
The person, whoever's being affected by this, their proficiency, not mine, right?
Yours.
Oh, okay.
So for your proficiency, it's a D6. So they roll a D6 and they take it to their next attack or saving throw. It's minus a D6.
Okay. Cool. And then the fire one was also, I needed to roll a D20 for them to become.
Or they roll a natural 1 on a save.
Okay. All right. Well, this one seems a lot more useful. Okay. How much does this one go for?
Typically, this would be a crisp 500 gold pieces. But I was told we're dealing with family of the House of Catharis, which Conscriptus owes a deep and great debt. And she bows her head and looks up kind of out of the side of her eye. So for that, I could sell this at cost, which would be 300 gold pieces.
Pieces. That's all a discount.
Yeah. Okay, and how much is the one where I can unprone one of my buds?
That I'll let go for 150 gold pieces.
Okay. I have a gold bar. Do I have to go break that somewhere? Or, it's worth 1,000 gold according to my
I
inventory?
can break that for you.
Okay. Love it. Let's do it. I'll take both of them.
Yeah, I appraise this gold bar at approximately 900 gold pieces.
I had it appraised for 1,000.
Well, where was that appraisal done?
Where do we even get these gold bars?
I don't remember.
I don't
What's
remember.
What's the group?
I don't know.
I didn't even
From
know we
the
had
founder himself.
I think you got it in the Sanctiforge.
Oh, in the Sanctiforge.
Ah, so gold has different value over there. Here in Conscriptus, these softer metals not quite as valuable. For us to fetch a full price, you'd now deal with the transportation fees, which would be well over 100 gold to get you somewhere where it's worth 1,000. So, I mean, I'm usually only deal with gold pieces, so I'm taking a bit of a hit by breaking it myself, because this essentially gives me another job. Typically, I'd offer 750, but again, friends and family, that cannot be. Such a small favor must be done when that's the case. So 900 is what I can do.
Okay. 900. 900 is fair. For a
Okay,
total
so
of
I'll give you
450 for both charms.
right. So I'll give you an even 450 right back to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, I don't know much about magic. Got any charms to make me go faster? Anyway,
Yes, I do. You're looking for an Ironforge battle charm.
cool.
This will keep your wits about you, and you shan't be snuck up on or surprised. But you must still be paying attention and be aware of your surroundings, otherwise it doesn't work.
Okay.
And she kind of looks around. So this is a battle charm that adds a D4 to your initiative.
Cool.
I'll set that aside for the handsome young man. Anything else?
Now, what if I have a cursed item?
Yes, she leans in. What sort of curse are we talking?
And I don't actually know.
Hmm. You're looking to sell a cursed item?
No, I'm looking to. Is anyone else around?
Yes,
Who?
everybody.
Everybody.
Fuck. Okay. Enhance.
Well, I cannot promise to enhance the item itself, but I can enhance the one who uses it. May I see this cursed item, perchance?
Yeah, I take Malice out of the holster and sit it on the
Ooh,
table.
never before have I seen such an obviously cursed item. I'm not even going to use any magic to answer that question. Wow, this is clearly very cursed.
What makes you
So-
say that?
Well, I mean, just look at it. It's a twisted handgun made of thorns. I mean, you can't. How many. Do you bleed when you hold it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but still bleeding. So.
I mean, it's
that's-
cool though, right?
This is quite cool.
Pretty badass.
So here's what I've got. I've got an Ear of the Giant Slayer. Let's see, and this
What
is
does
a
that
Titan
do?
Butcher charm. So this it causes you to deal more devastating damage to larger creatures.
Larger, as in like large and larger.
Well, you know what they
Or-
say: the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I like. What was your name again?
I'm Deezra.
Deezra. You're cool.
Thank you. So we'll set that one in the maybe pile. It sounds like.
For sure, for sure.
I've got a Berserker charm, so on a critical hit, you can use your reaction to make an additional weapon attack.
I like that.
That's
Yes,
cute.
this is a pricey one.
How much
Just-
is pricey?
This is like a, you know, no,
Did you say 7,000?
just 1,000 gold.
1,000. Okay. Put that in the maybe.
But put it in the maybe. Yep. Put it in the maybe. I've got a sigil of an Oran Admiral. Now this is a historical artifact, so it's got some extreme value amongst certain collectors. But I call it a charm of keen aim. This gives you proficiency in perception, and piercing damage deals damage to both temporary and underlying hit points.
That's pretty cool. How much is that?
This I would let go for, factoring in the historical value, I'd have to say 250 gold pieces.
Okay. And that's the friends and family discount?
That is the friends and family discount. For someone
Fringe.
else, yeah, some chum bucket out there, I'd say 500, easy.
Some chum bucket out there. Alright, let's... And how much was the, make me go faster one?
That we'll call 100.
So we're looking at 350 out the door for those two.
Correct. Now,
And how do again, I'm not a magic person. How do I use these?
well, most of
I
them
just have
just
to
they
put 'em in
just
my
are.
pocket?
They just do.
Cool.
They must be attuned to, which obviously you would know how to do, having the cursed weapon. So do the same thing with these that you did with that.
Cool. Can do. Let's make a deal.
Yep. Very good. So if you fork over the money, she'll hand you the items.
350. Right? Go on down.
Yep.
There you go.
With that, Deezer looks at you, Lorenora, and says, "Ah, the prodigal daughter of House Catharis. Is there
Full
anything I can
service.
interest you with?"
Thank you. I'm gonna turn to my father. Do we have any spell scrolls laying about?
But of course.
That's what I'm interested in. Thank you for your service and your prompt arrival, Deidre.
Yes. Well, I suppose I'll take my things, and
Wait,
it was a
Enoch,
pleasure.
did you want to get anything?
Oh yeah,
No, no, I'm fine. I've already made the stuff with the charms, so yeah, you guys got new charms, and that's cool. I'll figure it out later. Uh, no, I'm good on charms. Thank you.
I mean, I didn't get any charms, so
Oh, we spoiled the surprise. Is that what you were making, Enoch?
No, no, not at all. No, just forget I said anything. I'll train ride.
train ride. We've got a
Alright.
whole train ride to figure it out.
With that, you watch as she takes like this kind of cart that is just here, and you watch as she just like throws down this little like wooden goat that like explodes into a giant goat, and she just kind of like ties up her cart to the giant goat, and then she just starts walking away as it begins to pull her like creaking little mobile shop away.
Turn to Luminar's dad. You get anything good?
No, I'm just looking. To be honest, this is sort of like a hobby of mine, just
Yeah,
a little bit of thrifting. But
yeah,
that's a cool historical piece that you've found yourself.
And you know more about it?
Not really, other than just everything it does, which is just that one thing. But just it came from a real Orin admiral.
Really?
Yeah,
I kind of
it's
thought it was
authentic.
just to spice it up,
Well, yeah, it's to spice it up. Some of the other stuff she said was not true, but got to make a living. But no,
I
it's
understand.
it's a real that thing. Who knows? Maybe it's seen some battle. Maybe it, lived through the fall of Karsus. Who's to say?
Are you a collector?
Not of that, and I
Okay.
have several.
Oh. Radio.
But that is I'm just saying, it's a solid piece if for a would-be collector.
I was probably going to use it for the tactical
Yeah, the cursed gun,
adventures.
of course.
Yeah, well, What do you know about Belladonna?
My
Well,
daughter's
Niece?
calls
Yeah, my
them by
niece.
their first name instead of their proper name, which is starting to drive me a little crazy, but that's fine.
What
Tell
do
me
I know
more.
about Belladonna? I'm guessing she probably gave you that gun.
That's a really good guess.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. What do I know about them? Not much, which
Okay.
is odd because everyone in this town talks. Yeah, cryptic, deals with strange occult magics. Word on the street is you never say no to any kind of deal with them. Or sorry, you never say
Never
yes
say no? Oh,
to
shit.
any kind of deal with them.
Well, I already messed that up.
I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So,
You know what?
Yeah,
Your
just-
outlook on this is better than your daughter's.
Hey.
Yeah, that
I've been around the block a time or two, and I've dealt with cursed objects before. Good times.
You seem no worse for the wear.
Yeah.
I mean,
about the spell
I guess.
scrolls.
Right.
Oh.
Right this way.
I forgot you were here.
Yeah, I've even said at one point, I'm right here.
So, Luminar, as you rush off, what are you looking for specifically?
I just need to add to my repertoire, so just a smattering of random spell.
Okay, I'm assuming you've already got a list.
Oh, I don't. What do you assume that of me?
Okay, can you count how many things are on your list?
I mean, I would do with like 3 or 4.
Okay. You've got a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Because this is all sudden. So go ahead and give me an investigation or arcana check.
Cool. And do Arcana.
2? Or is this like a secret family library?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
so
you were right here when I started talking about it, so I don't think
Yeah.
it's a weird, creepy secret.
Okay.
this
20...
is you. 23.
3.
So I will give you 11 levels of spells that you can find with that check. So 1 spell scroll per, like a level 3 spell counts as 3,
Yep.
and 11 levels of spells that you could find with the time allotted.
Level 11 counts as 1 level.
Correct.
That's all of them.
You can't cast a level 11 spell.
Move.
You might
magic.
not be able to.
Never been done before.
Doesn't mean it. It just means it's a new goal. Can you send me the description of the 2 charms that I bought in the general chat? Because I don't write that kind of stuff down.
You probably should.
I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm
definitely
writing it
do.
down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because we're not. Gosh, we don't have a group inventory anymore, so you've got to keep track of that.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the charms. Did you put them in the chat?
Start
Sorry.
writing shit down.
Well, you didn't say them. You just cryptically described them. I was gonna ask.
Some of them.
Okay.
You can always go back through the recording, look at them.
What do you
That's
get?
true. Yeah.
Jessica, I will. Your charm is here. Oh, you got that one and the chauffeur, right?
No, I got the on a natural 20.
Yep, that's a pro the mystic. And what was the other one?
The other one was the one where I can
Oh,
unprone
yeah,
a prone.
Yeah. Okay, yep. There it is. Okay. I think we're covered. Okay.
Okay. Mark of fervor. Scrolls are just like, are those like a one-time use deal? How do those work? Or do I learn a spell when I?
No, you don't learn a spell. Wizards can learn spells by reading scrolls and like basically consuming them, but we'll say, yeah, you with a successful check, you could cast a spell through a scroll.
You got weird magics.
What is it, like an Arcana check, or what kind of check?
Yeah,
is
it'd be an Arcana check.
Okay, at the time that I'm trying to use the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I also get 11 points of selection of scrolls?
No, you don't. We're gonna say that Luminora is basically pulling scrolls from her father's personal like stash. So there's not just like gonna be free spell scrolls around, other than for the character whose backstory involves her being spell magic military royalty. God damn it.
I was asking, is this like a personal family collection? And you were like, no, it's fine.
No, I thought you meant like her
I'm just
looking for the shit.
standing next to Luminora the whole time. She's okay. I'm just there. Okay.
Like, now I should offer her a spell scroll, right?
Over the shoulder.
I mean,
copying it
I'm gonna
down.
say between all of you, you guys can get 11 points of spell scrolls. So if Luminora has extra, then yeah, you can absolutely get anything you want from Azarin. But obviously for you, they're more permanent. So
Got it.
Personal growth over friendship.
Thanks, Dad.
yeah, of course. Heard you were taking off.
Yes, we have been summoned to the Divinorum, I believe. Our next
The Divinorum.
task.
No.
No, it's someplace. Can somebody please remind me? I said the right place.
Aether, where did I?
The Aether Forge.
Aether Forge.
We're going to the university. Checking on some
Oh.
insurgents, something.
Oh. Thank you for sharing all this information with me, daughter. I appreciate your trust in me.
Of course I trust
Dude, your
you.
dad sounds like an adult. You
Were
know.
you going to do something unusual with that information, Father?
No, I just, it's your secret agent stuff.
You know where my loyalties lie.
course.
Could you keep a close eye on Celeste?
2 eyes.
Perfect. Yeah. Mother's being extra
Encouraging.
extra mother, you know.
Yes.
And for like Celeste, I don't know. It's probably harder on her.
Yeah. I've got my eye on it.
Perfect. Okay. Great. This has been a pleasant visit home. Thank you for hosting my party
Of course.
of people
Yeah.
that I work with.
Yep.
Yes.
As a show of affection, I will summon this unseen servant that you can hug so that there is no physical contact, so you are not uncomfortable.
I will hug my dad.
He summons the unseen servant, and then he gives you a hug, and then you gently feel this like presence just like join in and hug the both of you.
Yes. I'm doing fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great. This has been great. See you later, Father.
And he looks at you and gives you a smile and says, it's okay if it's not every once in a while too.
Thank you.
He smiles, gives you a wink, and then I presume you're leaving the library and heading on your way. Got a train to
Yeah, I think
catch?
it's almost time for us to train.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Anybody else do anything?
Yeah,
Train.
last
Do we
call.
get some snacks?
It's
Do
about
we
time
grab
to
some
go.
food for the road? Some fruits.
There'll be some go bags with some items and like little,
Okay.
you can all pick up. So yeah, with that, you begin making your way. You've got like a little envoy that'll be leading you to the train station as well. And yeah, you hand in your tickets and board the train. Is there anything else people are doing? Last call?
Can I leave
Okay.
a letter in Celeste's room?
Yes, you can. So with that, you all load up on the train. You've got an entire car to yourself.
Fancy.
As you do, there's an individual, a single individual that is in your train car. You see the figure of a female tiefling that is just like very dimly lit and just like sitting in a corner to herself with a packet of her own in front of her.
I'll walk up to him.
Okay. As you do, you see in the shadows, like almost imperceptible, is a kind of shifty looking halfling. And while she is dressed very professionally, the halfling is kind of like, you see he's got like a box in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing kind of like a shorter sleeve shirt and just completely decked out in tattoos.
To the fancily dressed, Charles will introduce himself. Name's Charles Brand, and I reach out a hand to shake.
I know who you are. Go ahead and take a seat.
Okay. I assume she doesn't shake my hand.
No.
I take a seat.
With that, she looks at the halfling and kind of gives him a nod, and he looks over to you, starts opening up his case, and just says, "Sleeve."
I roll up my sleeve on my left hand.
Okay. And he is like looking at you like he expects you to put your arm down on the table.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. He takes a rag and takes like this solution and like pours it onto the rag and starts like kind of like roughly like cleaning off your arm.
Mhm.
And then he takes a tattoo pen and he's going to
Yeah,
start giving you a
obviously.
tattoo.
Yeah, of course.
So as he does, Ainsley just says, "This is Rook. He's going to be administering a tattoo on your arm that will allow us to communicate during your missions." Is the rest of your group going to
Communicate?
join us? Communicate.
That's pretty cool.
She looks expectantly towards the rest of the group. Well, don't be strangers. Come take a seat.
Fully decline, but it is nice to meet you, Ainsley.
It is not a request, it is an order. And she smiles.
What's his name again?
Rook.
Hey, Rook, when we're done with the whole business stuff, how much would it cost to get a 181st Infantry tattoo?
He looks at Ainsley, who's like giving
It's
him a
like-
very annoyed look.
On my shoulder.
And
you know.
he looks at you and just says, "I'm here on by order of the spy master, so I'm not really doing side jobs." Unofficial.
Come see me when we're all done with this.
Nods. You notice as he's making his marks, you see the blood from the pen, but no ink.
Yeah, cool. I assume. Some weird shit.
So, I know that out there you are naval royalty, and our empire owes your family a great debt, and that is very appreciated. However, under the employ of the spy master, and with Marion gone, things are going to be a little different around here. So, I hope that that arrangement is palatable to you.
You know, I'm really coming to despise the term naval royalty. Truly. No, that's not palatable to me. I really don't see why a sending stone wouldn't be sufficient.
Well, a sending stone can be thrown away.
Well, good
And
thing
if
I-
your bodies are lost, how will we be able to recover them?
The menorah?
my body will probably be right next to Charles, so good thing that he's got the mark then.
Sure. So,
Thank
and she
you.
looks over to Rix and she says, "So she'll be next." And gives you a smile.
It doesn't hurt that much if you're worried about it.
Thanks, Charles. I wasn't worried about the pain. I appreciate it.
I just try to be helpful.
So, while we wait to get our markings, why don't we all sit down and talk?
Enoch
Or
sits
I'm
down
already
next
sitting
to
down.
Ainsley.
Okay. Just goes, so, icebreakers. I'm Ainsley, your new handler. It's nice to meet you all. I've been following your work closely. And it's interesting. And she pulls open like a little like dossier and she just goes, "We've had mixed results. And I'm going to say what Marion wouldn't. Most of you have seriously underperformed back in the Sanctiforge. What's interesting, in the lack of her presence, you've done fine in the Embermaw. So it stands to reason that her as your handler is partially causal of this lack of realized potential. Is that fair to say?"
I think I might have been part of the issue in the first round, but I
Okay.
feel like we really pulled it together as a team going into Everlaw, and you know, a lot of that goes to Enoch and his proficiency in guiding us to reach our objective.
So, Charles, I'm going to stop you right there because this, despite what you think, is not a post-game interview.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
I'm merely stating the facts. And the fact is that Marion was too soft, and she treated you like her friends rather than her field operatives. And that's why you've stumbled through half the missions you've been on instead of executing, which changes now. Done, Rook? And with that, Rook just gives her a nod, like wipes some of the blood off your arm, and there's like the scar there that just makes this arcane sigil.
What's it
And
look like?
It looks like kind of a blockish, like swirling rune with like a single slash going through it.
Love it.
And with that in your head, you hear her say, "Is that clear?"
I nod.
Excellent. It seems to be working. So we'll have you move over, and Princess, you want to take a seat?
No, I'm not going to be mocked by you or this man. No.
And she looks over to Rook, and he just kind of shrugs. She looks back at you and smiles. And then as she's holding your gaze, you hear and feel the train come to an abrupt stop.
Luminara, maybe we be cooperative with our new handler? She seems a lot less friendly than Marion.
So this is exactly the sort of thing that I'm talking about. Because you've all quite literally hit the lottery. You were pulled from your insignificant lives into something much greater than yourselves. And yes, I won't be able to accommodate the lavish lifestyle that some of you may be accustomed to, but what you're doing here matters more than you know. So, under our new regime, discussions like this, no matter how they sound, won't actually be a negotiation. I am not an adult babysitter. I'm someone who relays orders to you, and your job is to execute without asking questions. So, we can continue down this road if you continue to decline, or we can do what must be done and get this job done. So, what do you say?
I can get this job done without your weird markings so that you can be in my head. I find that I feel that I've been performing quite fine.
So, you wish to negotiate. Perfect. So, here's what I'm going to do. Enoch, was it? Remember those Ashbourne prisoners that were taken illegally by the Ledgermen and subsequently let go? Well, the Spy Master has kept tabs on them, and we know where all of them are. There was one, a dark-haired child, kind of pixie haircut. Don't remember her name. Couldn't pronounce it if I tried. Do you remember her?
I'm not part of what she's doing. Don't loop me.
That's the point.
Luminora, get the fucking tattoo.
Mazarin's gonna telepathically communicate with Luminora and just say, we can do a lot more damage from the inside.
I'll make eye contact with Mazarin. And Luminora's eyes are kind of watery, and she looks maybe more emotional than you would expect, and she goes to sit down to get the tattoo.
Go ahead, Rook. And he's going to start doing on her arm what he did with Charles. So, I'm glad that we were able to have that negotiation because, again, things are going to be very different under my guidance, we'll say. So, I expect the absolute best from you, and I will be providing everything you need to succeed. So, to get us back on track, our target is Professor Emeritus Alderdice. He is faculty within Veyron's University of Academic Excellence, or whatever it's called. Well regarded, clean record. And then she kind of taps onto a dossier and say, but he has flipped somehow. We have received messages or intercepted messages that have been flagged as suggesting radicalization and suspect that he is working with insurrectionists. The intent is unclear, but given his position and his work on various projects, this is a high-risk candidate for being turned. So your mission is to infiltrate his office, locate a black briefcase that is inside a floor safe within his study. That briefcase, we think, contains evidence of his affiliations and his descent into subversion. Now, you are not to open this briefcase. It is not your job to understand this or your job to interpret. You secure it, you extract, done. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, excellent. If you find other materials that look sensitive, notes, contact lists, devices, bag it. Don't leave any bodies unless you have to. And once you're done, I want you to torch his office.
Burn it down?
Burn it down.
Got it.
Specifically, leaving any paperwork, anything written by hand that doesn't look important is burned. Okay?
Got it.
Understood.
Okay. So I will be around and I will be monitoring the status of your mission remotely. And she kind of like points at her arm and says, drop-in time is at 1800, and if you fail this, I'll make sure that you are doing rail inspections in the outer desert of the Sanctiforge for the rest of your lives. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Oh,
Okay. So, with that, I will leave the car to you. Once Rook is done, you can send him on his way. Please don't get anything off the menu, and it's been a pleasure. I look forward to working with you all. And she gets up and walks out and moves ahead to a different train car. And with that, Rook kind of looks up at you, Luminor, and just goes, hey, I'm really sorry about this. I don't really have much of a choice here. I just want to make that clear.
Looks like choice is not abundant in our new profession, so I understand.
Yeah, so all done. Sorry again.
Put my gloves
Yeah.
back on, and I'm going to walk to the opposite side of the car.
So next. And with that, he'll just kind of go down the line and administer one of these tattoos to each and every one of you.
Charles
Ah.
gets up and goes to sit near Luminara. I'm sorry that you had to do that. It does seem like it was difficult for you, and if there's anything I can do, just, I'm here, and we're all your friends, you know, for better or worse. We're in this together.
Do you understand that I was killed every time I've been marked against my will?
I do. And so I see how that would be very difficult for you.
No one should be allowed to continue to shape me into whatever they want. I think... Never mind. Doesn't matter.
No. It does.
Had enough corrections and owners. I wanted... That's fine. Thank you, Charles.
It gets easier. Taking orders.
Have you
Just,
considered not taking orders and being the one giving them?
I don't know what I'd do myself. Don't have a past to go back to. So, you know. Or don't have a past to go back to that I remember. So,
I don't know. Maybe what, we talked about during breakfast. Something that we could realize someday.
yeah. But until we have a solid plan, best to fly under the radar. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure we're gonna always be on the Spy Master's radar. No matter how low we fly. Speaking of, what is radar?
Your speech, I don't know. I would assume you knew. I thought it was magic, so I don't. I just heard
I don't
people
think I've
say
ever
it.
heard of it before. Yeah.
I just, picked it up context clues. So, I mean, I know what flying is. So,
Yeah.
maybe
Mazrin's gonna telepathically enter both of your brains and be like, I actually agree with Charles on this one. I think we should fly under the radar. You hear the air quotes. And then she says, I'm sorry, Luminora.
Thanks, Mazrin.
Hey, Sal.
Mazrin, what's interesting is as you enter their minds, which would usually take you like a certain amount of your psionic energy to do, you can feel a network that has been made between everyone's mind who has been tattooed, which at this point is going to be everybody but Sal because he's actively getting his.
Damn it.
So it's an open comms.
It's not open comms, but you can essentially, the way this would work is anyone who's tattooed, you can essentially use your psionic ability to communicate with any or all of them, and you can kind of be like the modem that opens up that network without using any of your psionic dice.
Can you choose who hears you, or is it just
Yeah,
everybody
like a little
hears?
telephone person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mazrin can basically extend that ability to other people too, and open up channels.
Do I get the sense that this network is being listened to by outsiders?
So no, because Ainsley is part of that network as well, and you can control those channels. So you can have channels with and without her in it.
Nice.
Like a
Maybe
group
in
chat.
Discord server.
You have a group chat.
You have a group chat now.
You
You allow to Sal, and he just goes, "Yeah, he is."
ever heard of radar?
Of course, I've heard of radar.
What is it?
It is potion.
I That doesn't make sense in the con.
Why
You
would
ever
you
heard the
fly
term
underneath?
flying
a
under
potion?
radar?
Because if this potion releases gas into air, the gas goes high, and you must stay low so you do not breathe the poison.
You know what?
It actually makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Sal.
That's why it's very important that you get home tested for radar in the air.
I think that's radon.
I do not know this word you speak of.
That's a chemical that kills people.
Yes, we're talking about same thing.
I don't know.
So that's why it's the saying, you must fly under it, otherwise you're a bad
You die.
child and will not receive your supper.
Oh shit. We're withholding meals from children now?
In Drakmile, meal withholds you.
Jesus.
Do not.
Should have
He had a bad
compared us
childhood.
to China. No.
It looks like Rook is having a harder time with Sal because his skin
His-
is like, paper skin. And, yeah.
Just
So there's
staring.
just kind of like this, so he's like, now, so Sal gets all like bandaged up when he's done. And you hear Rook just go, that's close enough. I think it'll work.
I take off my freaking duster and I unbutton my shirt and pull my arm out of it.
He just goes, 151st, you said?
181st.
81st. Oh, and he looks at you and just looks you up and down and just goes, thank you for your service. He just goes, this one's on the house.
No,
Thank you.
fancy.
So yeah, he'll put your sigil of your battalion there, along with the rifleman's creed,
Awesome.
of the Steel Covenant. So yeah, he'll do that for you.
On the old,
Um, Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Wow. Looks good.
Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with this one. Do you mind if I and he just kind of like looks at
Go
it
ahead.
and he like holds out his hand and he makes like a little like illusion of it that he recreates and he just goes, yeah, okay. And he just like perfectly matches the illusion to what's on your arm and he just goes, sorry, for my portfolio.
No,
Thank
go
you.
for it.
That's cool.
Like you.
He
Put
goes,
his stuff back on.
all right, everybody. So sorry we're meeting this way, but if you're ever looking for someone to do your ink and you find yourself in Ferrum, look for Devil's Ink.
Good to know.
Kind of gives you a nod and he walks out.
Thank you,
Tip of the
Rook.
hat.
Hey, Mazarin, Luminora, could you Mazarin, you wanna come over here? And Enoch sits down across from Luminora. The fuck? I got a ghost in my room.
Oh no.
Spooky.
That was weird.
Mazarin says, sure. And then telepathically, but might I remind you that proximity is completely unnecessary because we just unlocked this new super cool power that I think that we should use to our advantage. But
Yeah.
please,
Still,
go on.
still really fucking weird. I'm not. No secrets here. We don't need to talk.
Okay. Very well.
Just come here. Okay.
Yeah, she's there.
So I haven't finished the rest, but these two are for you. Looks like you went rune shopping again, which, I mean, just let me know and I guess I can swap some things out. Or maybe make some space for more. Maybe not that last one. I don't know. Yeah. Mazarin, this is for you. And he digs out and pulls out a thin gold, like headband that's like half an inch wide. You don't seem like the flashy type, so you should be able to like hide this under your hair, on your brow if you want. Kind of got a link in the back. You can, however far down you want it. And then on the back of the headband link is well, a charm, like a little dangling charm. And it is a taken apart and then like reconfigured to be like almost a teardrop at the end of a chain of the what was it? Of the Blinkjack charm. So you purchased it, I think, but
No, I didn't.
you didn't.
That works out perfectly. And she just looks at it very admiringly and looks up at you and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Thank you. This is really nice." And then in Elvish, she says, "I really appreciate this little ugly one."
You respond to no.
And she's like smiling at you like genuinely very warmly.
You're welcome. Backhand aside. This is also yours. And he slides over a piece of parchment with like ink, like fingerprint ink stains on the outside. If you unfold it and look at it, it is a like a ink brush painting of Mazarin from like behind her shoulder. She's facing away, and there's like little specks and swirling objects that like trace around, like to the edge of the paper around her, and then a couple that are like streaking off into the distance, towards the background of the portrait.
Cool.
Very reminiscent of your duel. And then Luminora, thank you for not getting. They're not really my people. Perhaps they should have been, but
As you say that, she squinches her face just a tiny bit, like that hurt to hear. She's like,
they're. I guess I care more about them than the people that exiled me from their community, my community. Thanks for not getting them killed. This is for you. And he brings out 4 half circles of silver, little bangles that are about like an inch and a half in width. There's 2 charms. Just let me. I couldn't figure out a way to do this otherwise, but so just let me know if you want to take them off. I can break them. I can put them back on. The enchantment's only in 1/2 of the circles. So can I touch you? Well, I probably don't need to.
sure.
He gently like takes two halves and like gently puts them around your wrist and closes his eyes, and you feel like a vibration within your arm that like traces up into your chest, and then he removes his hands and the 2 pieces of metal are conjoined, and he does that for each wrist. There's a charm embedded within each half, on each wrist. Let's see what. And your left wrist is the Mythalium charm, and you see like like diamond runic sigils that go around half of the bangle. And then in the right is authority, I think it was. Charm of authority. I don't know the details, but the Methallium lets you upcast up to level 3. And then the authority
Love it.
is increased counterspell DC.
Yeah. So your spells are harder to dispel or counterspell.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And when you go into your whole vibrating self, they should resonate with you. Sort of add to your song of death, really, is what it is. And then this is for you. And he slides over another dirty piece of parchment paper.
I'll gingerly open it up.
It looks like the companion piece to Mazarin's picture. So if you like put them side by side, the perspective is like of depth
Cool.
behind
Cool.
Mazarin. And then it's you with your blade drawn, sort of the line tracing from Mazarin into your picture of a projectile. You're like deflecting it, and there's a few scattered around you. And it's like a 2-piece portrait of your duel.
Oh,
This is really nice, Enoch. Thank you.
Yeah, least I could do. Thanks for, I guess, the warm welcome and everything.
Don't mention it. It's like you've been here all along.
Yeah. I'm feeling a bit awkward now, so I'm gonna let you sulk. I'll be in a
Thanks, yeah.
cart somewhere else. And he gets up and leaves.
Okay. So with that, you've got about 8 or so hours during this train ride. So you'll arrive in the Aether Forge at around midnight. Is there anything you'd all like to do while you're on the train?
Charles getting a little shut-eye. Sit back, feet up, cowboy hat kind of down on his face, arms crossed, taking a snooze.
Cigarette lit.
Cigarette lit.
Yep.
For
Red
sure.
glow illuminates part of
Yeah.
his face, and rugged beard every time he takes a drag without moving his arms. Yep, got it.
Classic cowboy.
That's a man right there. Got it.
Call him the Marlboro Man.
Got it.
Yeah.
So with that, I assume that you're all perfectly rested, but you can all make the changes for a long rest as we go through the rest of this train ride. And at about that 7-hour mark, you can see the Aether Forge from the tracks. You see that it is kind of nestled amongst this perfectly flat clearing that is kind of auspiciously in the middle of all these tall, white mountain spires. There's kind of this perpetual, thunderstorm in the area, but no rain. And as you approach, the door to the car ahead of you opens, and Ainsley approaches your group, and she sets down on a table some documents, and she addresses you all and just says, So, we've had a very minor change in our plans. It appears that our good professor has seemed to break from his schedule lately, and last night he um, did not go out to the university tavern as he usually does, and someone on the ground is indicating that he's becoming more and more paranoid and seems to have barricaded himself in his office. So, I would actually like your group to go tonight rather than tomorrow, just to make sure that we're the first ones to get to him.
Is now
Can I look
B&E.
through the documents on the table?
The documents on the table are credentials. As for the purposes of this, you will be posing as academic inspectors. And here are your associated credentials.
Wow. Cool. Counterfeit credentials.
Don't mind the names. No one will just be asking. Just go ahead and flash the papers, and that should do it. Again, if you have any issues, don't try not to, but don't be afraid of leaving a couple bodies behind.
Cool. What about the doctor?
Do you want him alive or dead?
Or do you not care?
I would actually like you to bring him back alive.
Oh, nice. So breaking into his office, not a problem, right? We're gonna burn it down anyways.
Yep.
So okay. All right.
Perfect. Break into the office, retrieve the briefcase, retrieve the professor, burn it down. Try not to leave too many bodies.
Right. More or less.
This is like real secret, top secret stuff, huh?
Just kind of looks at you. Just get it done.
Will we look out of place with our current outfits?
More than likely. I was unable to secure any university garb, but maybe it'll work. Maybe you have some magic you can do about that. It's going to be in the dead of night, so hopefully they're not going to be looking too closely.
Perfect. Thanks for your help, Ansley.
She kind of narrows her eyes and says, "It's Ainsley."
Of course.
With that, the train comes to a stop, and she is going to set down a map of the Aether Forge. And with that, you could see where Valen's University of Arcane Advancement is. It appears to be about maybe a 10-minute walk from the train station. Conveniently close.
Honestly, you could even say that the FETC has good public transportation. It's crazy.
Yeah, although it's not for the public.
Not for the moment. Oh, bummer.
No,
Halfway there.
almost there.
It's kind of for the elite.
Damn, bummer.
The public does not leave the city they are born and doomed to die in. But
Happens,
yes,
you know, what a bummer. But
it's a
good
bummer.
train system makes a country seem awesome. So
They
what can you
do
say?
have a good train system, and they have a whole branch of the military that is dedicated to protecting the Sacred Rail, which is one of the wonders of the Founder's Hand.
Sounds like Germany. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
So-
anything about it.
This place sounds like a lot like 1940s Germany, if you ask me.
So with that, as you gear up to set off to Valen's University, you have all the information you're going to get. You've got Ainsley in your ear. We will pick up next session and see how this extraction goes.
That was crazy.
We could totally do this, guys.
Oh, this is some CIA shit, and I'm all about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more complicated now that he's here. I was thinking of suggesting some shenanigans that I don't know we can do now. But
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was thinking of ways we could sabotage this mission,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
gonna be
So
difficult.
bringing him in alive kind of
yeah.
is also a problem.
Complicates things. We might have to
I
be the
can't
bad
wa-
guys for a little bit before we can be the
Oh.
good guys.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, I was thinking the same thing.
Good and bad are relative terms. We're yeah. I mean, I can't. I hope that we get to interrogate this guy.
Okay, you're just
You're just evil.
to the rest of us, I think.
I want to pull some fingernails off.
Okay,
He's
you're on a
upset.
completely different page than the rest
Yeah,
of
we are.
us.
Yeah, we're not on the same
We
page.
were not there.
We gotta get this guy to let us into his safe.
Okay.
Whose side do you think we're working for, James?
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Dude,
you
we're on the
understand.
side of chaos right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clearly.
This
yeah.
man picked up a single cursed item and is gone.
Doesn't
Ready
have a
to
curse yet.
roll. Well,
All right.
I mean, kind of, but